Coming up, the final push before polling day, but have some Conservatives already given up? Hurricane Beryl hurtles towards Jamaica. And one couple's joy as they welcome their very rare, naturally conceived quads. That's after the break.
Now a look at all the latest stories making the headlines this afternoon with the ITV Lunchtime News.
The final few hours before the polls open, but amid the scramble for votes, the extraordinary concessions of defeat within the Conservatives. Just hours after Boris Johnson made a last-minute appearance to woo voters, Rishi Sunak is asked why he's bringing out the sub.
What's really important is Conservatives to come together, as Boris has said, right? They're warning rightly about what a Labour supermajority would mean for people.
And yet, in an explosive intervention, the former Home Secretary Suella Braverman concedes defeat, saying it's over. We'll be live with our campaign teams across the country on the eve of what could be an historic election. Also this lunchtime. Jamaica braces for Hurricane Beryl. The deadly storm has battered other islands. It's expected to hit within hours. England search for their spark as they gear up for a Switzerland showdown in the Euros. And quads against the odds, the couple celebrating the birth of their 4 naturally conceived sons.
I was in shock because I was more for survival mode, scared in case something happened to any of us. And then when the 4 of them were there, still when you come in and go to the beds, I'm still in a wee bit shocked.
This is the ITV Lunchtime News with Yasmin Bodalbhai.
Good afternoon. It is exactly 6 weeks to the day since Rishi Sunak stood in the pouring rain and asked us to choose who should run the country. Today, under more grey skies, the party leaders and candidates have just hours left to convince voters why it should be them. But on the eve of the polls opening, any sense of unity within the Conservatives was shattered by the intervention of former Home Secretary Suella Braverman. She wrote in the Telegraph newspaper, "It's over," and the party needed to prepare for the reality and frustration of opposition. The Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer responded to Tory warnings his party would win an unprecedented majority by saying that it amounted to voter suppression and was a desperate attempt to try to get people to stay at home rather than to go out and vote. Well, we are live with our correspondents across the country to get a sense of how the campaign is unfolding this lunchtime. But first, our political correspondent Shihab Khan on the final few hours of the race to number 10. Well, let's join our correspondents and reporters who've been with the party leaders throughout the campaign. Our political correspondent Romilly Weeks is with the Conservatives in Hampshire. Carl Dinnan has been with the Labour leader and is in Bridgend in South Wales. Chloe Keedy is with the Liberal Democrats in Winchester, and our Scotland correspondent Peter Smith is in Glasgow. Let's begin with Romilly. Thank you to all our campaign teams. You've clocked up a lot of miles. Thank you. Well, the Green Party has also begun their final day of campaigning. The party's co-leader, Carla Denyer, is spending the day in a key battleground for the Greens, where the result is expected to be close between them and Labour. And we'll bring you the exit poll and the results as they come in with our unrivalled election programme tomorrow night. Here are Tom and Anushka with the details.
When the voting's over and the exit poll is revealed, our unrivalled team of experts, including Nicola Sturgeon, George Osborne and Ed Balls, will break down what it means for you, the parties and the country.
And throughout the night, as results come in, we'll be going deep into the data to understand not just who's going to hold power, but how the new mix of MPs will shape the way the UK is run.
It could be one heck of a night. So please do join us for Election 2024, the results, live.
We will, Tom, we will. Join Tom, Anushka and the whole team tomorrow night. Still ahead this lunchtime. England in training for the other big competition. And the house is about to get much noisier. The couple who've had naturally conceived quads. Before that, though, Hurricane Beryl is hurtling towards Jamaica and is expected to make landfall in the next few hours. The Category 4 storm has already caused unimaginable damage in Grenada and St Vincent and has claimed the lives of at least 7 people. Jamaica is under a national curfew, with winds expected to hit 150 miles an hour. Chris Jepson has the latest. Now, it's the 900th anniversary of the city of Edinburgh, which has been marked today by the royals. The King and Queen attended a service at St Giles Cathedral to mark the milestone anniversary. Prince William, Prince Edward and Sophie were also there. Later, the King and Queen will visit Edinburgh Castle to lead the celebrations. And finally, the quads who've defied some incredible odds. Brothers Rory, Harrison, Ben and Noah were born at the Edinburgh Royal Infirmary, each weighing not much more than a bag of sugar. They were conceived naturally, and their proud parents, Arlene and John, are, as you can imagine, in a bit of a state of shock. Faye Barker has their story. A reminder of our main story this lunchtime. The political parties have hit the road for the final time in a last-ditch effort to secure votes ahead of the general election. After 6 weeks of campaigning, leaders of all the parties are touring the country to make their final arguments. Polls open at 7 in the morning and close at 10 in the evening. And that is it this lunchtime. Mary's here with the evening news at 6:30 from all of the lunchtime team. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now. Hello again. Now the main stories in London. A 17-year-old schoolboy from Uxbridge College in West London has drowned on an end-of-term trip. Emergency services were called to West Wittering Beach in Sussex yesterday afternoon. The teenager was airlifted to hospital after getting into difficulty in the water, but he died later. An investigation is underway. A bit of a wet start to the day this morning, but what has the rest of the week got in store? Let's find out. Here's Chris with the forecast.
ITV London weekday weather is sponsored by Octopus, the renewable energy company.
Hello there. Very good afternoon to you. So far today, outbreaks of rain across much of strong summer sunshine getting to work. Until next time, have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye.
And just before we go, let's have a look at what's coming up on the programme tonight at 6. The lead singer of 90s rock band Republica will be here discussing their new single, Alleluia. It's ahead of a new album and tour later this year. It's going to be brilliant. That's all from us for now. Duncan will be here at 6. Do have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye.
Now on ITV1, is anyone up for venison with beetroot and blackberries? It's James Martin's Great British Adventure.